This is Broadway and Hollywood leading man Robert Lansing and his wife, his leading lady, Gary Hardy. This is intensely emotional and sentimental Heywood Hale Broun and his wife, Jane. This is President Nixon's favorite guest, Orson Bean, and his wife, Nixon's most beautiful guest, Carolyn. And this is the one and only Bill Cullen and his wife, Anne. These four celebrity couples are here to play He Said, She Said. And now, here he is. Here's your host, Joe Garagiola. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, keep it up. Go.
Great. That was the greatest entrance since Emperor Tiberius Caesar walked into the great mixed baths of Caracalla holding a live chicken in each hand.
It was a wonderful reception for a 240 hitter.
All right.
That's where you guys want to play, right?
Joe.
Okay. Not you, though, Bill.
No,
Lovable Bill Cullen.
I'm glad your tailor has a sense of humor, Joe.
Shades of Fat Jack. All right. Bob, you're the only nice guy here. I can see that.
No, it's not. I'm just not awake yet.
All right. Now, you've all had your chance. The next half hour, we're going to see if your wives can recognize you by the stories you tell us about your married lives.
Oh, mercy.
Wives are backstage, can only hear us when we want them to, like this. Ladies, would you please press your buttons? Good. All right. How you doing back there?
Fine. Great. Great.
Great. Now, when you do that, we see you on the screen, and from now on, anytime you want to talk, please press that button. Now, each of you is playing for a different married couple in our studio audience, and the winner will get a week's stay at a Holiday Inn. Ladies, I'm going to cut you off right now. I'll talk to you a little bit later. Bye-bye.
Good.
Okay. Opponents?
My wife has the nicest button.
All right. We're going to find out. I'm going to give you a topic.
Mercy.
Let's start over. I'm going to give you a topic. I want you to come up with an association so personal when your wife hears it, she knows it was you.
Right.
Okay, clues, 1 or 2 words.
Right.
First topic I have for you is how she keeps the spark alive. How she keeps the spark alive.
What spark?
Why don't you say that?
Huh?
Why don't you say
I'll
that?
take a chance and say that, but there's no story that goes with it except
That's all right.
my fire's been out for years.
What spark?
What spark,
All
yeah.
right. Okay, we've got your response, Bill Cullen. Let's see who was next here. Orson Bean.
I would say dinner wine. We are great admirers of Bacchus.
Yes,
The god of wine and revelry.
Jim Backus.
Our life is one, Jim Backus. Our life is one constant search for a decent, cheap table wine. We consume enormous quantities of the grape.
Okay. Table wine. And that's how she keeps the spark alive.
That's how she keeps the spark alive. And me, her, she don't need it.
All right, we've
With
got
a
it.
button like that.
Dinner wine. How she keeps the spark alive, Woody?
Well, I would say counter-irritant. I'm not as nearly as humming as Orson is. I mean, he paints a picture here which makes us want to stop the show.
He did.
Counter-irritant to me simply means that my wife is of the belief that perhaps one of my most powerful emotions is anger, and if she can annoy me, everything else will follow.
So counter-irritant is yours. Okay.
I've often heard Jane say, Woody, you're beautiful in your wrath.
We've got the 3 responses. Let's go backstage. Hello there, backstage.
Hi. Hello.
Remember now, press your button as soon as you recognize your husband. We said, how you keep the spark alive. And he said, meaning, you know, how you, back there, how you keep the spark alive. And he said, what spark? What spark?
Nobody's going to press the button.
Time is up. And Cullen.
Well, what sort of answer is that, no spark?
No, not no spark. What spark? I didn't understand the question, dear.
Welcome to divorce court.
And I'll have to take 10
What did he
points
say,
from
Joe?
He said, what spark? He said,
That's right.
you tell her, Bill.
Well, and he asked me if there was a story. I said, there's no story except my fire's been out for 15 years. That's all.
That's not true.
Thank you, dear. Is that why you keep the... Never mind.
I'll take the 10 points from you, Ann. We said how she keeps the spark alive, and he said dinner wine. Oh, we've got a couple of ladies with the dinner wine. Let's see who was first. Carolyn Bean.
It's very sweet of you to say ladies with the dinner wine instead of winos.
I figure you live have a little more, you live a little better.
Right.
We recently switched over from Italian Swiss colony to Roma.
So we can afford to drink more of it.
That's... You want to add to that story, Carolyn?
What more is there to say?
About the time the chicken fell in the vat of wine. You know the story.
That's pretty much what he told us. We're going to give you the 25 points, Carolyn. Just never know when to stop with you two.
He'll applaud anything.
How she keeps the spark alive, and he said counter-irritant. Counter-irritant. Jane Broun.
I don't know why. I just have a feeling that that was B, something Woody would say. Was it?
Why do you think he said it?
Well, I don't know. He likes to use big words like that, and then I have to say, what do you mean? And then he gets to explain it.
Would you just kind of give her a hint? We're going to bend the rule a little bit, Woody.
Well, I think the reason I said it was that
You didn't understand the question.
You are of the belief that I come alive when angry, and therefore, let's see if we can't make him sore.
Oh, you're explaining why I annoy you sometimes?
That's what he was explaining, Jane. We're going to give you We're going to give you the 25 points because it was Woody who said that. Okay, more of he said, she said. Right now, this message.
Buzzr invites you to our year-long party.
Boy, oh boy.
Celebrating 75 years of TV's greatest game shows. Only on Buzzr. Let's play.
Happy Valentine's Day from Buzzr.
Hey, I got a new topic for you.
Okay.
The new one. Something you won. Something you won. W-O-N. Something you won. W-O-N. Something you won.
That's a good topic.
Time is up, guys. We'll go to the next topic. Oh, we got 4 losers here. All right. Something she really dressed up for. Something she really dressed up for. Bob.
Well, for my opening here, which was also my closing.
Save the dress.
I did this marvelous play, which was called Bright Tower, and it was Gary's first Broadway opening night, and so she really put it on. She put on the dog.
What can be our clue?
Opening night?
Opening night. All right, we've got your response.
We're going to get 4 answers for that, right?
Let's see who was next. Orson Bean, something she really dressed up for.
I would say dungaree party.
Dungaree
She made, there was a party that we were invited to, a socialite friend of ours, Christina Palazzi Bellin, a beautiful Italian countess who posed nude for a well-known magazine. Invited...
Really?
Yeah, she did. Yeah, Vogue or something.
I got a
really.
copy of it right
here. Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Okay.
That's a very dog-eared copy. I got a better one here. I carry it around. She invited us to one of those crazy socialite parties. The ladies were supposed to be in evening gowns and the men in dungarees. She made an evening gown out of dungaree material, cut 3 inches above the navel. This is from the floor. It elicited such cries from the attendant males as, makes you proud to be an American, and you'll never drown, things like that.
What's your clue then? Dungaree party?
Yeah.
Okay.
Other cries I could give you.
Like?
I'm gonna kill my wife.
All right, let's see who was next there. Woody Broun.
Well, my clue is almost anything, and my explanation is that if somebody says, come on down to the White Tower, we have an extra hamburger, My wife will say, the suit, do you think? The purple? I don't know. I don't have shoes to go. And I say, the hamburger is getting cold. Can't we just go down with whatever? Oh, no, I couldn't go out like this. So what you dressed up for is almost anything.
Almost anything. Okay, let's go backstage and see what happens. Hello, ladies. You all set to play?
All set.
All right, press your button now and you recognize your husband. We said something she really dressed up for. And he said almost anything. Gary Hardy.
I take any advantage I can to dress up. And I'm very proud of all my clothes. And I usually have a new outfit that I make for every time that we go out. And it has to be that.
Well, Gary, it wasn't Bob who said that. And I'll have to take 10 points from you.
It's true, but you know.
I'll take the 10. I'll take 10 points from you, and I'll ask Jane Broun where she was. We thought you would recognize that.
Oh, where was I? What was the question again?
Where you were?
I was wondering what you were doing out there and why there was so much laughter.
Well, we said something she really dressed up for, and Woody said almost anything. We thought you'd recognize that.
Almost any part, Woody.
Well, what she means is being an actress, she dresses up for almost anything she does, but it was my argument that you can't go down to get the paper without getting a matching ensemble with accessories to fit.
Well, I'm so glad you think so. You don't remember me in the jeans and the old shirt all the time?
The shirt is a pale blue to go with the dark blue of the jeans.
I'll have to take 10 points from you, Jane. We said something she really dressed up for, and he said opening night. Opening night. Carolyn Bean.
Figured nobody else buzzed. Maybe it was me. Well, I've dressed up for a few of Orson's opening nights.
We're rich. You can afford 10 points.
It wasn't Orson, as he just told you. I'll take the 10 points from you. Gary Hardy, I'll have to ask you.
No, yes.
Well, I'll have to take 10 points because you didn't recognize that.
Yes is the long story, right?
We said something she really dressed up for, and he said dungaree party. Carolyn Bean.
15 points. It's all right.
Had to win a few points back. Yeah, we went to a dungaree party, and boy, did I dress up. What more do you want to know?
Describe the outfit in your own fashion.
I'm sure you did it, honey.
He did, Carolyn, and we're going to give you the 25
It elicited such cries as, "You're a credit to your race."
Okay, ladies, we've reached the halfway point in our game. It's time now for you to change places with your husband, so would you come out on stage, please?
Promotional consideration furnished by National Airlines with new non-stop service Miami to London. National said you're going to have a great flight.
Now let's meet the wives.
And here they are. Here is Ann Cullen, and the Cullens have 90 points. Next is Carolyn Bean. Beans have 140 points. Here's Jane Broun. The Bruins have 115 points. And Gary Hardy, the Lansings have 80 points, Joe.
Okay, John, we're going to see how good the husbands are recognizing their wives in just a moment, but right now, this message. On stage, we have with us Ann Cullen, and the Cullens have 90 points. This is Carolyn Bean. The Beans have 140 points. Here is Jane Broun, and the Bruins have 115 points. This is Gary Hardy, and the Lansings have 80 points. So there they are. Now your husbands are backstage, and remember, each of you are playing for a different married couple from our studio audience, and the winner's prize a week stay at a Holiday Inn. Topic I have for you now is something that keeps him from being perfect. Something that keeps him from being perfect. Carolyn Bean.
He'll kill me. His temper.
Temper? Really? Mm-hmm. How bad is it? Come on.
Well, I mean, he's very sweet to me. He does it very privately, but you hear it all over the house. And yeah, I just had to have a carpenter come in and patch up the hole in the wall.
Does he throw things or does he swing?
Oh, no, he threw a book at the wall just because he couldn't find something and picked it up. Whammo.
Listen, if he
so
can
every time that our kids, you know, are acting terrible, you know, he says, I don't understand where they get their temper. It must be from you.
Blames you, huh? All right, we've got it. His temper. He's got a good arm. I started to say if he can hit, I can get him a job in the outfield. Okay, something that keeps him from being perfect and Cullen.
His waistline. I got to get even.
His waistline.
Well, he was a very thin man when I married him, but he's put on 20 pounds.
It's a tribute to your cooking.
And he was perfect when I married him.
Oh, I see.
Right? But now he's got this bloop here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll buzz.
He'll buzz.
I give him a very bad time about it.
Okay, his waistline. Something that keeps him from being perfect, Gary.
It has to be his cards. He does magic with cards and coins. And it's fine, except he enjoys doing it at dinner when we're out. And I have no one to talk to and nothing to do, and I get to sit there and watch all of his tricks. And so it has to be his cards, that's all.
You sound like you're real choked up about those tricks that he does.
They're great. They're very good, and I enjoy them.
Okay, his cards. Jane, you can't really play because we only take 3 out of 4, but I'm kind of curious, what one thing keeps Woody from being perfect? What would you have said?
I would have said, I guess, not very kind, his lack of head hair.
His lack of head hair? We're going to go backstage now. His lack of head hair, huh? He's got a lot of hair compared to some people I know.
I like lots.
Oh, I do too, and so does Woody. All right. Okay, we're going to go backstage and see what happens now. Hello, guys. Y'all set back there? All right, now press your button as soon as you recognize your wife.
I'd know her anywhere.
All right. We said something that keeps him, meaning you, something that keeps him from being perfect. And she said his waistline. Man, we had the bells of St. Mary out here. They were all ringing. Let's see who was first. Well, Bill Cullen, you were first.
I think he deserves it.
I do, too. I think what she's doing is getting even with me for the wet spark crack. Actually, Joe, as you know, I'm a physical culture nut, and I constantly exercise. I have, oh, that's a lie. I don't do anything, and I eat too much, and my waistline is now the same as my chest size. And I'm working on my hips at the moment, but I think that was Ann who did.
That's what she told us, Bill. We're going to give you the 25 points. We said something that keeps him from being perfect, and she said his temper. Oh, we got 2 of them on our screen. Who was first? Orson Bean.
Yeah, I'm sure it's me. I must admit I have the foulest temper since Attila the Hun. Our son Max has a foul temper too, and every time he mouths some vile epithet which he's picked up in the streets, my wife says, "Oh, there goes your son. It's in his genes."
That's what she told us, Orson. We're going to give you 25 points. Very good. We said something that keeps him from being perfect, and she said his cards. Bob Lansing.
Well, so far, any of the others would have fit me. But I stopped smoking about a year ago, and I do card magic. And it's become sort of a nervous habit, and which drives my wife a little batty, I think.
Tell him when you do it.
What'd you say?
I'm not going to
Tell him when you do it.
Wouldn't tell him when I do it at all. I'd tremble in my seat to tell him when I do it. What did you have in mind?
Dinner.
Oh, dinner, right. Oh, yeah, at the table and at the, and friends. And then friends think that I'm terribly bored with them because I sit there and, flip cards and things.
Why would they think that? We're going to give you the 25 points, Bob. Very good. I'm going to take 2 responses. There's 2 of you. The topic is massage. Massage. Gary.
He always bothers me about giving him massages, and I always promise tomorrow, because today I've got too many things to do. And so it's got to be until tomorrow.
Until tomorrow. Sounds like a hit song. Okay, until tomorrow. Massage, Carolyn Bean.
I'll say loves foot.
Loves
He
foot.
particularly loves to have his feet massaged. And he has me and the 3 kids all trained to rub his feet.
He
3 kids and you, that's 4.
Yeah, right. And we, take turns rubbing his feet. And line up at the bottom of the bed while he stretches out and sighs.
That's got to be something.
Yeah.
Love's foot. We'll go backstage and see what happens. Hello, guys, you set?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, now remember to press your button now and you recognize your wife. We said massage. And when we said massage, she said, until tomorrow. Until tomorrow. Orson Bean.
Well, I figured no one else is going to ring, and I could afford the 10 points, and it might be me. I could be massaged until tomorrow if you started a week ago Thursday.
Well, it wasn't Carolyn who said that. I'll have to take 10 points from you, Orson. Bob Lansing, we thought you would recognize that.
That's again, that's like, the temper. I figured 4 people could push on that. I could be massaged until tomorrow, and Gary, I suppose, could be massaged until
But
tomorrow.
I keep telling you until tomorrow. You ask me and I say tomorrow.
Oh, put it off until tomorrow.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah, she cracks my knuckles instead,
He'll have to take 10 points from you, Bob. We said massage, and she said love's foot.
Oh.
We've got a couple of guys on our screen. Who was first? Bill Cullen.
Oh.
Joe, I love my wife's feet.
No.
She has the prettiest foot in the world. One's not so hot, but the other one is beautiful. No, I realized that was not me. I'm just trying to make up for the other one.
Well,
I'm sorry, dear.
It wasn't Ann. I'll have to take 10 points from you. Orson, I'll take 10 points from you because you didn't recognize it. You knew it was Carolyn. You were just late.
You meant I lose 10 points each time?
That's right, Orson. That's the way it goes. Sorry, Orson, you ninny. Now it's time to get our final scores, meet our big winners, but first this message.
Up next, diamond rings, candy hearts, and Joe Garagiola. It doesn't get more romantic than that. The He Said, She Said Valentine's Day Marathon continues.
Our couples are all together. Johnny, who's the winning couple?
Joe with 145 points. The winners are the Beans.
Okay, Orson, in front of you, you have a card. Would you read the name on the card, please?
Because you can't see?
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Alex Moran from Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Wow, great.
Way up in the corner. There they are.
And there they are, way up in the back. And you won an exciting week for 2 of the glamorous Holiday Inn of your choice in the U.S. or anywhere in the world, such as Gary, Indiana. Get the Holiday Inn habit and go!
And I just have time to say goodbye. Bye.